Hello everybody, welcome back and thank you for bearing with us. Hopefully those gremlins have gone home and we won't have any more trouble from them today. So we're going to get straight in. Otherwise you won't see them. Now the wonderful thing we've got dies. They are these for one of his demos, and he's going to be doing some more with these a little bit later. So this one is your charming lace. Then we have your baroque swirls, and these are really quite intricate. This one is your bold florals. Then we have your diagonal lace. And then finally, you've got your elaborate lace. Are you going to be? I thought you were being Hagrid then.
Oh no, I was trying to be Snape, I think.
Snape.
Yeah, yeah.
You look a bit like Snape today.
Well, yeah.
And show you what's really clever about these dies, because you're going to have this outer die and you're also going to have this more intricate inner die, and being able to use these with the ribbon is really, really beautiful. So straight over to you, Craig. Show us what you've got.
Oh, this is what we actually made in Wake Up Call this morning. So we were showing you how you can then, of course, theme them whichever way you like, using some goodies that's also on Monday Makers tonight. But with these ones here, there's lots of aperture shapes for you to thread through your ribbon. And I say that loosely. Do your thread, you can do twine, I don't know if I said that, but you can raffia, you can do all these different mediums when it if you want to. You can do thick, you can do thin, you can do organza, grosgrain. Then you can go in the opposite direction. You could be mixing and matching, starting to bring them in with your collections. For instance, this one here has been done with a Violet Studio collection that you can see, but then have a little bit of. If you want to do your theatres, diorama cards, you can absolutely do baby, like I was showing you with the one I done in Wake Up Call, but then fold back Z. But also then what you can do is you can put strips of card behind some. So we've got one style of thread at the back there, another one. Becky, by doing paper piecing as well. This one's got satin ribbon and it's also got some twine as well. Straight along or up or down. You can then go from side to side. And I mean, look at that one as well.
I love that one. That's
such a
really
fab
effective
one, isn't it?
Yeah. Really,
really fab. So what we are going to do, we're going to use the Pretty Florals.
Okay.
So we are going to use Knit Whip collection papers that we've got on the show as well. And my note, using some of this turquoise card on the Hummingbird. So I've already cut this to 3 as you were showing, Becky, you do get the outside die with that's going to cut into your card. If you use this one, that's going earlier on the day, and I'll say it for anyone that didn't see it. I very rarely do I use the outside die. Then I cut. So I'm going to do is I'm going to use my low tack tape. Bring a bit of an angle, and that's helping your to briefly explain that. So if we run this on head on, what's happening is your Gemini is hitting all these cutting points at the same time. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's only halfway. So the Gemini's hitting 20 cutting points at once. So it's like going over a hump straight on. At an angle, what's happening is it's spreading out that even cut as it goes through. So it's going from, well, 1 to 3 to 2, and then it's starting to cut more and more and more. So if you ever have dies, then pop them on at an angle, and that's going to even out those cutting points.
Okay.
But it is a wafer thin die, so you're going to cut it in the same way when it comes to the Gemini. 2 cutting plates, plastic shim, magnetic shim. That's going to go through. We are just going to discard the waste that comes out. However, this is where you could be keeping it if you are wanting to do some paper piecing. So I'm going to any of the fibres of the bottom layer. I'm going to go back on itself. There we go. And I'm going to go in from there as well. So truly out the building, and I know that because I actually seen her leave. So crystal clear now of bits, and we have got what is also a beautiful decorative background die.
Lovely.
If you want to. We are going to thread some ribbon. So I have got 16mm bright yellow satin ribbon here. And along the same lines with, if you've seen Wake Up Call, if not, then you'll have not heard me say this. So your ribbon has to be the same width to fit through these ones here. This one is thicker than some of these. It gives that natural flow. I like to keep it on one continuous roll. Of course, I've had to chop it down slightly because I didn't want to bring the whole roll with me. But then what I'm going to do to start with is I'm going to go round the edges with some red liner tape. Now I'm just looking for the 3mm, and I'm going to go all the way around the edge here. I like to put my red liner tape on first. Red liner tape for something like this. So if I get this one on first, and then what I'm going to do is bring in my ribbon. I have cut it to a point, but you could put a little bit of sticky tape or your low tack tape around it, or if you've got a larger needle or a in that one. But then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom here, and I'm going to pull that one through, and I'm going to be going back on itself. For these half oval shapes, so we're going along, and then we're going under, and then we're going to do the same on this one here. So we're going to go from under and then over, and we're going to pull that one through. And see how we get that natural sort of fold, that ruffled effect. Nice, and it happens naturally.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to sit there or stand there afterwards and ruffle it yourself. It just naturally pulls it together. So all that I'm going to do, and then what I'm going to do here is snip, and then what I can do is I can do the next one, and I'm going to do the same on this next one up. But what I could do, Becky, is I could maybe do this one up here,
yeah,
or I might do of ribbon or a different medium of ribbon or twine or anything like that. But for this one, I'm going to carry on as I was. So I'll only do a little bit this way because I'm actually going to change direction. So like so. So if we work our way along here, up, and then we're going to go back on itself. So then once we've got that the way that we need, make sure I've got a little bit of overhang there. So I can snip that one there. And what I'll do is I'll do one more this way.
Yeah.
So starting again, exactly our way up and over. And I'm going and going up components, but what I could do is I could do it so that I actually go under there and over that bit if I want to.
Yeah.
Let's go under, we're then going to go over, and it's a really, really therapeutic thing to do. In the ribbon through, that your mind just disappears, it wanders.
It's really effective as well, isn't it? It looks beautiful. And of doing it, but it's lovely.
You're right, you're absolutely right. So simple, but the effect is stunning. Now what I'm going to do is same shape going vertically. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go feed that one under, and then we're going to do the same with this one. So we're going to feed up. So we're going to do these last two here so that you can see the effect, and I'll show you the one that's already completed. So we're going to go all the way under. And if you don't have a needle with the large head or anything like that, because it gives you that point to feed through. So what you can do then, a little bit of overhang at the top there, and then I'm going to snip that. So what I would then do is, once I've continued these two and then also gone vertically on this one here, would go all the way around the edges. So let's just do this side, because say this can come home with me and I can do something with it. And all that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to pull that taut against my red liner tape. I'm going to hold it there, and I'm going to pull it. And now I'm going to hold that one there, and then I'm going to pull it. And then I would just do exactly the same all the way round. And then what we can do is we can come along, and I'm just that excess ribbon away. And then if you carry on with these last two and this one, what you're going to end up with, something that looks like that.
That looks lovely.
So it looks like that. And now at this point, this is where you can start to assemble it into your card or your project. Now, it doesn't create a lot of bulk on the back, but if you were to pop bulkiness, you know, unevenness. So what I do, pads.
Yep.
So whether it is just chopped down, maybe your structure to keep it flat.
Yeah.
So I'm then going multi-purpose by 5.5. So that can mat and layer on to into place, mat and layer onto there. So we're going to get some white popping through. Yeah, it is like that. It really is. And then what I've done, now this isn't in the Centura Pearl bundle we've got on the bundles. This is canary yellow.
I've never seen that colour before.
Have you not?
No.
No, it's just called yellow. It's just called canary.
Or canaries, because we don't sell canaries on
yeah,
the
exactly.
website. As far
And what I've done with that one is I've given that a very border matte layer all the way round. And then bringing in a piece of the pattern paper from the Knitwit collection, Kindly Thoughts. I've cut this one. We're going to matte and layer onto another piece of turquoise, which is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. And that one, that is from our Hummingbird collection. And we're going to work our way around. And in case you're wondering, because you're thinking maybe, oh, the colours are all tied together. What I've done with this one, and I do it with many of my demos, I knew I was wanting to use the pretty florals. So I had a look at the paper pads we had on today's show. Pattern paper. So this is where I've taken some of the teals, or it could be mints, and this is where I've taken some of the yellows. But as you can see, I've gone bright for these ones. So that one, giving myself a really fine canary matte layer, because again, I didn't want it to be too strong, so a little one works a treat. 7 by 7 card blank, so we get our white frame all the way around. And then I'm going to come in with what we have done. So I'm going to take my backends off, and then also from the Hummingbird collection, what I've already done is stamped out. I'm just going to make sure, so this is going to be my main base matte layer for my sentiment. It'll become so I'm going to pop that one here. So using the spread your wings and fly. That's on a piece that is 1 inch by 3 3/4, and you've guessed it, matte and layer that onto a piece of the turquoise, like so. Matte and layer that onto a piece of canary, like so. So I've just got that ever so slightly at an angle, so let's come in to here, and I've got some pads on the back, and then the last thing to do to finish it off from our original element dies, I've taken the butterfly. And I've done the back in white, the detail in canary. I've die cut the body from.
Great.
So what we can do, because we've got a lot of height when it comes to the, is go in with, if I can find it, it's disappeared. Let me, okay, just use this for now. I'm going to go in onto the back of my butterfly with some glue gel. I'm going to pop that into there, and then there we go.
That's beautiful.
I've gone in bold colours, but it works really, really well. So we've taken elements from Knitwits, we're taking elements from ribbon threading, taken elements from the Hummingbird, and even previous collections from the Gemini Mini.
That's beautiful. Lots of people loving that. Love the ribbon threading dies. Annie says, I wonder if I could use a ribbon or elastic thread, or would it rip the paper? I think they're sort of like almost like a needle, aren't they? Which would work okay. Just have to be a little bit careful, I suppose. And love the contrasting colours. Loads of people absolutely loving that. It's beautiful. It looks really, really good. Definitely like that kind of mirroring of the check, or that. If you want to have a go at this, these are the Creator Card ribbon threading dies. This is of them here. You've got Charming Lace, which is your next one. Then you next one is your Bold Florals. Then you have got your I was saying, don't say diagonally, diagonal lace. An elaborate lace is the final. $3, your platinum price is £36.80 or $42.40. Getting lots and lots of metalwork in that one. Now we do have all the bits and pieces you could possibly need. So first of all, we have got a pair of scissors here. Then we've got a set of 2 pokey tools, which you're always going to need because if you're like me, you keep losing them. You've got the crimping tool here, which you may have seen Craig use on Craft Along earlier on today. Really cool piece of kit. And then finally, you've got your gel pen set here too. So lots and lots of things for any kind of crafter really. £21.96 or $32.42. Your platinum price is £17.57. Hummingbird collection on the show today, which is really beautiful. I love the colours in this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So first in this bundle is some linen cardstock. So we've used a lot of linen cardstock in all of the shows today. Beautiful colours in this one. Lots of sort of bright pinks and blues. Cardstock in here. Then you've got your set of vellums. Now these look, no, they've all got sort of white card behind them just so you can see the patterns in there, but they are absolutely beautiful. Really, really lovely, very vivid patterns that you've got in here. So that's your set of vellums. Then you've got your set of dies. So this one, flowers and leaves, as well as those large tags. We've then got spread your wings. This is your die set, which Craig just used just a moment ago. To paper piecing that one. You've got your Heavenly Hummingbird embossing folder. Then we've also got your textured lace die here. Florals, die and stamp sets. So you've got all of those different images here for embellishing your projects. $48.80. And is your next demonstration going to be on the Hummingbird?
It is indeed. It is. This is going to be a very, very simple, straightforward demo. Detailed in Wake Up Call that you could always go back to. In actual fact, this is the one that we done in Wake Up Call this morning. So we used many of the elements, and actually your ice grey pen, we're going to do something similar but in a different form within this next demo. But this is actually using a few of the elements, your cardstock, your stamps, your stamps, so there's quite a few of the elements that we've used within that one. And then this is some of the other ones that you can be doing as well, because you've got that side. If you want to, you can go in down the side. We have got the large tag dies inside, so all of these are some of the things that you can be making when it comes to this Hummingbird collection. This one, so although this is a circle, something not far off what I'm away to do in a moment. Going back in with that creative card as well, the stamp and the dies. So whether it's big, whether it's small, whether it's square, whether it's circle, or whether it's oval, you can get different looks in different ways. Large oval nesting dies that I've got at home. So what I've done, so that you are aware at home, the size of the oval nesting die I've used is 5 inches by 6 1/4. Dies. These are large ones I have at home. So this is why they're a straight edge, no scalloped edge or... I've done roughly at the halfway point, I've put a little pencil mark, and then from the top, also roughly round about half, I've put a little pencil mark. So I'm going to go in with my scoreboard. I've just got my large one because that's what I used earlier within my craft along. So I'm going to join those two pencil marks together, there to there. Pencil marks. But something such as an easel card, Becky, it's really forgiving when it comes to the measurement.
Right.
That I will tend to roughly do it at the centre point and round about half an inch at the top. But it could be more, it could be a wee bit less. Same with the centre point. It doesn't have to be accurate as long as you're round about. You're still going in half, and then this little tab. In actual fact, can you see it there? Yep. I'm not exactly halfway point. I've got about. So I wasn't bang on in the half mark. What I'm going to do is fold back on itself. So this is the look that I'm going for.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring in another one that I've die cut, exactly the same size. Little tab. I'm doing a little bit of our white tacky glue, and I'm measuring that up. Glue grab. Size down, it's actually 2 sizes down. It says 4.5 inches by 5 3/4. I'll go in with this absolutely. So I'm going to do it so the raised detail is on this side. So I'm going to pop my nest and die cut layer into there. Now I can't quite see properly the positioning of where it is. So what you can do is bring it the other way round so you get more of a visual as to where you want of your embossing folder. So I'm going to go round about there. That's it. With it being 3D, it's our base cut and plate, and then it is our magnetic. And what I'm then going to do is, I've already got my pen ready to go. So I'm using Ice Grey 2 from the Tri-Blend, but it can be Ice Grey 2 from Classics Illustrators, or it could be a darker shade, or it could be a light. Got, even on white cardstock, is the most gorgeous, smooth, 3D hummingbird and florals. I'm going to take my Ice Grey 2 and I'm going right around the edge of all of the 3D emboss detail. Hummingbird. So I'm working all my way around, so just working it round, all the way around. It kind of guides you. It guides you all the way around. So, and this is one where you want to use your folder. You're not necessarily wanting to add colour, but you're of using it. So we're working all the way around. I think my Tri-Blend. Another one here. Let's see. It doesn't. Brush marker. Let's go in with a brush marker, because that's what I've got to hand. Let's just pop the lid on. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around. Now, doing it with a brush marker, it means I'm going to get a bit more of a thicker line, but the idea when I show you the one I finished.
That grey is the one that we all use, though, isn't it? That's the
Yeah.
the go-to colour.
It's the one, even when my classique,
Yeah.
it's the one that I have to top up every so often because I'm refilling my. So as you say, it's the go-to one. Working our way round.
Susan Ware said the Hummingbird collection came out, and then I was hooked on Crafter's Companion. I'm not surprised because there's so many beautiful elements to this collection.
There is. There's so many beautiful ones, and what a collection! Phenomenal.
What was your first? Do you know?
I can't remember now. I'm trying to think back. Because when I started here,
Yeah.
all that there were, we hadn't started Nature Garden by that point. And at the top of my head, it was the first one,
Well,
I want to say. Or no, was it the Christmas poinsettia? It was either poinsettia or my first Sarah's Signature collection was that I bought before I even joined. I'll need to think about that one, Becky.
Putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
I think the first full collection I bought was Winter White.
Okay,
That was the first time, and I bought every. But yeah, that was the first time I bought every single thing in a collection.
You were lucky because although I was off at that point,
Yeah,
that
that went really
was
quickly, didn't it?
so quick and going. So quick. And so much so, Becky, I actually, just a couple of Winter White,
Yeah.
because I put a shout out to everyone saying, what would you like to see me do? And everyone said, I loved Winter White, I got Winter White, but there's not actually a lot of inspiration out there because it had come and gone so quick. So yeah, I know a lot of people would be the same as you when it comes to the collection. But there we go. What I've done is I've just gone round the Hummingbird again, but with the brush marker. That evaporates. This is the one I'd already done with the Tri-Blend Ice Grey 2.
Yep.
So as you can see, a little bit more of a thicker line when it comes to your brush marker. So I'm going to use that one because and then what I've already done, using a piece of purple linen cardstock with which is 4 3/4 by 6 inches. Here, and let me take my tape. And the reason I also wanted to do sort of this style, Becky, is because the Hummingbird is so full of bright colours. Some people I've noticed in the past wanted to use, seen it on social media, wanted to use the Hummingbird colour to it. Because as much as we hate to say it, there's elements of this you could use as a sympathy. So by keeping it really, really stripped back at times, depending on colour choices, you know, it is one that you could be using for different things. So I thought with that little bit of purple all the way round, go to the back, and I'm going to press. And then what I'm going to do is onto here, that's going to mat and layer to the base, but I only want adhesive on. The other thing I'm not doing is I'm not going right to the edges because I've got that little mat and layer overhang. So I don't want the adhesive to be seen. So taking all of these ones off, so let's just get underneath there. Take these ones off. So we can then pop that one on flat. like that. So we've got that one there. So that's going to start to create our easel that we can see from up above. And then what I've already done is the stamp set. I've gone and I've done Follow Your Heart, It Knows the Way. And
That's lovely.
I curved the edges. This was with a tiny, tiny corner punch that Anne-Marie bought here many, many, many months ago. I've got the little corner. And same with the purple. Pop that one on. Now, that could be a freestanding card if you didn't do it in the easel form. So that could potentially just go along the bottom there.
Yeah.
But what I want to do is that's going to stopped. So let's pop my foam pads on here. And of course, you could add a wee bit more detail with maybe some little flowers if you want, or little petals if you want. That's up to you. But I wanted to do this first initial basic technique demo them in a simpler way, but only using a few elements. Now, of course, you could have it further back. That's up to you. Here, if I tilt that forward, you've got that 3D depth, and we've just accented that a little bit.
That's lovely, really beautiful. Yeah, I like that. Lots of people are messaging in about their first collection. Rhonda says my first entire collection would either be beautiful or vintage diary,
Wow.
which he says my first collection was a first Nature's Garden collection. It's a trip down memory lane, remembering what you bought all those years ago.
It is,
So this is your This is all the bits and pieces you'll be getting in here. So first of all, these are your tropical tags. Those are the tag dies. Foliage there, the leaves and the flowers. Then this one is your spread your wings. These are your sentiment stamps in here. Then we have your heavenly hummingbird, which is the large die that we used earlier on in the show that you saw. Embossing folder, which you've just seen Craig using now, and it looks, you can see how different it looks just by using that plain card versus sort of colouring that the way that it's been on this sample. This is your textured, usable in so many different ways. Then we have this stamp and die set with all these different bits of flora, not fauna, flora that you've got there. You'll also be getting a collection of vellums in here, all in those beautiful patterns from this collection. Beautiful, all those vellums there. And then finally, you have the collection of linen cardstock in here. In again, all those colours are going to go so well with those vellums. That price is £50 or $61. Your platinum price is £40 or $48.80.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. And start rewarding yourself today.
My unsung hero has to be Tracy.
I'm going to give a little shout out to
Probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea and things that I've lost.
With our sample library, which is massive, neatly all labelled up. Shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared. Them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
Because they literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, you know, as well as being floor and most importantly bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea and coffee.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comforts of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a
Hello, welcome back to Monday Makers. I'm hoping you're having a good time. We do apologise for the early interruption with the little gremlins, which we thought had gone home, but had popped back just to see us. So no, do bear with us. If it goes down again, we are trying our best to make sure that it does keep up and we're not going to lose you again, but do bear with us because we've got loads to show you. One of the things we're going to show you are our decorative gatefold dies, which are absolutely amazing, really, really beautiful. Now, if you were watching the show earlier on today, you would have seen Craig making a beautiful Halloween card. It is beautiful. I know. You're getting all embarrassed now, but it was brilliant. It was stonkingly good is what I would call it. And that was made with one of these gatefold dies. So this first one we've got is your Opulence Botanics. So you'll see dies to do the matte layers to create that little area that goes in the middle to hold these gatefolds together, but you can use them in lots of different ways. So this is your Opulent Botanics. The next one is your these. This is Lace and Scrolls. This next one is your Deco Vines, so very Art Deco, almost, you know, I could see Hercule. Floral Swirls is your next one that you've got here, and then finally you've got Floral Meadow. Really, really beautiful designs, all of these very, very usable. The price for these is £53 or $71. Your platinum price is £42.40 or $56.80. Craig, have you got some samples for us on this?
I do indeed. The first pile I'm going to show you is how you can use these dies the way that they're intended, as Becky was explaining to you. So you've got your decorative gatefold. So you've got two decorative dies within each set. They're both on both sides, which you can do that. This is another one here where both the dies have been used, but look at that, going with your gilding flakes on the back.
Lovely, that one.
Beautiful. And then we've got, it was actually from the same set from before, but look how different they are. Actually, it's not, it is a different set. But look how different that they are, depending on the colour. You can do that, or popping your cardstock to the back so it shines through. You can be doing that. But then what you can start to do, your card if you want, so you can have your gatefold decoration on each side. You can do anything like your fold back cards, you can do your Z fold cards, anything like that. Using one of them on the left hand side, going in another bit again with some of your paper piecing with black card. It looks really, really elegant, sophisticated. Look at these, they're just absolutely beautiful. Many, many different ways in which you can use them. You can see on this one here, which is really, really fab, which actually the papers was used. And then decorating the front of one card, but then as we open it out, you can see you've got that sort of fold out, pop out K card sort of effect. Done something different in Wake Up Call in creating a Halloween card, and we're going to do something different again in this one. And the reason being as well, really probably I should come and use them in the concept way. But you know, at home, I'm not much of a concept style. Or my circle cards or that. I'm not one for stepper cards and easel cards and twisted easels and diorama cards. I'm not one for them. I like to see how place. And for this one, I am only going to be using one of them, which is here. Okay. So we do have effect at each side. Outline die. This is where the outline of the die will cut top and bottom. Here. That's what's going to go against the edge of your gold effect. Right. But what I'm going to do of Centura Pearl. This one, it's either hint of gold or one of the Centura Pearl bundles.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with all that we'll need to do with our scissors or guillotine is cut down the edge where there is no die cutting edge on the die. So we're going to come in and what we're going to do is we're going to go in to our Gemini and we're going to cut them out. So line them up and then we're going to feed that one through. So what you can then start to do if you want to, that you can then cherry pick the sections that you want to then, of course, paper piece, but it's die cut absolutely. Is if I take that one off and take that one off, we can then remove that, all these bits out. So now we've got all that decoration, but of course we are left with it in play. Or scissors, just going to snip that excess. You do get come along with your scissors or cutting tool of down. So we've got our. Then what I'm going to do, using the out. Be pink, so I'm just going to secure one little bit, run that one through, and then we're going to incorporate the topical tags. We're going to incorporate one. Let's take that one off. All that I'm going to do is follow in, cut that off, and then I'm going to use for the back, use your spray, dotty tape runner, whatever you like. I'm using my tacky glue, and I'm going to.
Okay. Seems odd you're using baby pinks. I've got to say. A day.
Yeah, and do not think that means anything. I know.
Everyone's going to be messaging in. Yep.
Leanne yesterday, the demo of myself and my girlfriend and lovely Leanne started to sing the wedding theme. Yeah, so she started to sing that, and a christening card.
Oh.
So yes.
Not saying
Please,
anything.
no one look at as well, because I know her in. I know that she laughs about it as well. So yes, she'll be laughing away, knowing what I mean. Laughing. So yeah, popping this one on here. Press, 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 press. And then if you've got a little, is then go along, trim that excess off, and take. I just say, Johnny and George, we are nowhere near that stage of having to plan a stag do.
Exactly. And you know, and even I'm thinking, where could you put the wedding art? Get married in the studio, that would be lovely. Yeah, I mean, you could. Oh,
I'm ordained.
Oh, this. Are you? We can't.
I don't get me. I know it's serious. Do you know
With
what I
Joey,
mean? And I
yeah.
found out. So yeah, many years ago. So it's probably not still standing by now. But oh, Johnny, it might be Vegas. Might be Vegas. Not to get married. But yeah, no, stag do maybe. Anyway, that's well off. That's well. Now that I've got one of them done, and I know, well,
What could we say?
can you say? What's your partner called again? Holiday with his now fiance Jen.
Yay!
But yes, we're getting full of congratulations. Because
Yep.
actually, George, were you meant to be into under the weather?
Yeah.
She was meant to be in, but George kindly has stepped in.
Yeah.
Congratulations, George, to
Great
you and
news. And a really good choice.
Jen. Beautiful.
Yeah. You could do my Secret Santa this year. I think actually you did my Secret Santa. Huh?
Did
I
you
get
get
a ring?
it
No, I didn't. I don't know.
Oh, how much have you been paid? One that I've just done, and this is one that I've already pre-done. Adhesive on the back, but nothing different. As you can see, that's what I've done to create these two. So I'm going to set them out the way for a moment. Now I don't want the large flower. I'm going to use the medium and the small and this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, and then I can secure this one. So I'm going to run that one through. In actual fact, let's pop it through our mini. So our baby pink. So we've got that one. So I've got one in pink. So let's turn that one around. So run that like so. And we're going to pop that one. The same Centura pearl that I used for your decorative gatefold panel.
Okay.
So you will need them, but I actually don't need it for this flower. So we're going to take our 2 pink and our 1 Centura pearl with a bit of gold and flower. So what I'm then going to do, if you've tuned in all me do this as well this morning. On the back of my stamping mat, right in the bottom corner, because I don't want to damage the set. My pokey tool, I'm going to go all the way round and I'm just going to crease that, fold in on itself. You can shape them with your ball tool if you want, you can keep them flat if you want, but I do quite like folding in the petals. Final one, we're going to bring in our tacky glue and I'm going to pop a little bit of our pink and I'm going to press, and then what we can do is we're going to do the same. Set our next one. I'm just going to pull these petals in a little bit more, a bit further,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to put a tiny little dot into the middle. I'm going to go in with a pearl from my one of these larger ones that can go into the middle. So don't worry about any white glue that's shown to start with.
Okay.
So then, more time to dry, but then what I would do is pinch all these petals in again, Becky, just to make sure it is really dimensional. One.
Lovely.
And I've done 2 of them in the same way.
Yep.
And then what I've also done, small ones. In the same way,
Yep.
each flower has 1 centurion, and that is using the smallest one.
Okay.
3 on one corner and 3 on the other. Die circle. What I've done is I die cut out, put a little pink gem in the centre there to the side. So now card. Now this size card you could actually do if you've got A3 to 6 1/4 by 9 inches, 6 1/4 by 1/2 inch to give myself a lip. That one off the top, and I'm going to nice sizable card base. I'm going to bring in some vellum. This is just our vellum by 8 inches. And you might think, lay that on the back and then my adhesive underneath isn't going to be. These off, so taking all of these ones off, and careful what I say for our shows, but there was something about today's show, Becky, in my craft room and went through what we call a poem, and we chat to Johnny before us to feature, and I just crafted away and thought of steps, and really pleased.
You know, sometimes we all have a bit of a mental block.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And you can't think of what to do. I suppose this is why I often find that I sort of think, I don't know what to do, and then you're sort of scrolling through Instagram, and then suddenly,
Yeah.
oh yeah, something sort of whets your appetite, and then you
Get your appetite. So I've then popped that to the top and the bottom. What I am and me being me, it's going to bug me, so I'm going to trim that off, and because my adhesive is hidden, what I can do is take that off like so. Same with this bottom bit, like so. Intention when I was thinking about how I was going to create this, no one to realise that the decorative die components come from a double gatefold concept. In to here. Now you don't have to have this overhang at the top and the bottom. I like it because it's going to really start to frame what I'm away to do to finish off. Now our old sentiment stamps from maybe about 2.5 years ago, maybe just going on 3 years ago, I've gone into my new baby set that I had, and using my oval dies, I to you today, for this is your special christening day. May God's love forever be in your heart to give you strength and guide your way.
Oh, that's lovely.
And this is what, not necessarily this sheet where it come from, but these sentiment stamps, every now and again you find them in a goodie bag or you find them in a lucky dip. So you've maybe initially got the full collection of these ones, and I'm just trying to cherry pick sections from, or pop them into our demo so that, you know, we don't want you to purchase items and then forget about them.
Yeah.
You know, we want to focus on newer things, but so that's where that's come from, and I've done a little bit of die cutting with my oval dies, white multi-purpose, Centura Pearl white with a bit of gold, and then foam strips on the back to create a little bit more extra height.
So lots of people saying congratulations to George. Joystick Barbara, congratulations George. Sue says congratulations George with the joystick. Mary, congratulations George. Shannon says we always hear maybe later on we'll video and so you can see George.
I like that idea. I think that's a really good idea. So decoupage, that could be a topper, that could be a coloured image, it could be anything you like. It could be our little verses from our verse compendium, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to pop one, so I'm going to pop another bit of glue, so I'm going to do it so it's flat. So I'm going to do that one there, and we're going to pop these little ones in. Thank you, Becky.
Eleanor said, where can you get the white vellum from that you've used?
On our website.
On the website?
Yeah. If it's out of stock, it will be back in stock.
Right,
I believe it is in stock. If not, then it is something that will be back in stock. But yeah, it's just from our website. It's our crafters And two things to finish off. Let's bring in our 6 little dots that I've die cut using the Hummingbird. Or I'm going to do dot, dot, dot. That is our Stay Sticky glue pen. Dot, dot, dot. And it's called Stay Sticky. That is because until I pop something on it, those dots would stay sticky. Completely stay sticky until I've popped something on it.
Excellent.
So that's
How
why
did they think of that name?
I know, I wonder. I wonder. That's why they're good for things like your glitters as well as your gilding flakes. Some to just pop your embellishments. That one. And then that one. As well from a Gemini Mini. You know, I use these quite a lot. Debbie Ross. So maybe 1, 2. So either do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 3. And use my tacky glue because that's what I just picked up. 1, 2, 3. So what we're going to do is pop that one on. Onto place. And then there we go. Something that hopefully you wouldn't necessarily think have gatefold die collection.
That is absolutely beautiful. So many
Becky.
people commenting on the demo of the show now. So could you put together the?
Of course.
I could forget how many we've done, what we've done today. It's been a busy
3.
day. We've got 3 for a demo of the show. Lovely.
So here we go. So number 1, that was with a ribbon thread. So that you know, I did pull my sentiment back a little bit further, but we've got Hummingbird, and then number 3 is with our double decorative gatefold.
Number 1, 2 or 3. I know which one I'm going to be voting for. We've also, if you've been inspired by that, you'll need some Centura Pearl because, you know, even if you've got some, you probably need some more. So in this collection, we have got a mixture of different colours. So first of all, we have the copper colour. Then we've got the green gold. We've also got the mint green. Craig's favourite for today. We've got deep purple. I'm not going to sing the song. We've got cherry. Oops. Oh, George, don't sing. And then that's baby pink. And then finally, we've got Snow White, which has got a hint of gold, which is that sort of slightly goldy kind of shimmer to it. And the price for this is £26 or $46. Platinum price is £20.80 or $36.80. That's actually 80 sheets in this collection, so all the colours you're going to need. Now, we've been really busy for the Winter Sparkle, surprisingly is the word I was looking for, but both the collections have now sold out, but we do have some individual items left, so I'll show you what we've got. The first one is the Frosted Snowflake Corner die with those little tiny snowflakes in there. That's $5.99 or $7.95. Platinum price is £4.79, $6.36. The next one we've got is the panel die with those snowflakes in there, $5.99 or $7.95. The next thing we have are your Winter Holiday Wishes stamp, $4.99 or $6.95. And then we have your A4 Luxury Linen card pack, 24 sheets in here, all of those beautiful blue colours and the white, $14.99 or $19.95. We've also got the Sparkle Sequin pack for all of your shaker cards or just your embellishing of your cards, £4.99 or $6.95. We've also got your sparkle collection of your ribbon. So these are all your Lurex ribbons in the kind of iridescent and also the silver in different sizes. £4.99, $6.95. We've got the shimmer sprays as well, which you saw Craig using earlier today in the blue and the white, and that's $12.99 or $14.95. It's the platinum price is £10.39 or $11.96. Next one we've got is your gilding flakes in the silver. So you've got the glue, you've got the adhesive, and you've got the gilding flakes, and then you've got one of those foam pads as well. The price for this is £7.99 or $9.95. Get your votes in, please, for the winner of demo of the day. The other things we've got on the show, so this is our mega deal. This is our toolkit or tool selection. You've got everything in here that you could possibly need. If you may need extra tools, or you may just be starting on your crafting journey, or maybe you've got a friend who's just starting to craft. This is a perfect item for you to buy for them. Your glue pen set. We've got your little crimper, which is a little white, it almost looks like a key ring that you're. Then we've got your pokey tools, 2 pokey tools in there, and then finally you've got a set of 4 different types of tweezers, none of which are good for doing your eyebrows. Just going to put it out there. They're not as good as the ones that I've got for my eyebrows. None of them work, but they're great for crafting. £21.96 or $32.42. Platinum price is £17.57 or $25.94. We do have a winner. The winner of the show is number 3.
Number 3.
Brian. Well done, fantastic. We just need to get together with demo of the day now, don't we?
We do, yeah.
We do, yeah. Should we do that? Should we do it? Should I come and get that one?
Yeah, I'll bring that one across to you. Because then before we end as well, I've got to announce my 5. I have just popped a note on my Instagram and Facebook saying that's it closed now. We're past 7:30 at night. I have 3 winners from Facebook, 2 from Instagram, and I'll tell you who they are before we end. So what I'll do, Becky, is I'll come across and bring this one to you.
Fabulous.
So you can then decide on what you're going to.
Always, with every time I ever on this side of the studio, it's always so different. Is this one here, which Craig did? Oh dear, in Wake Up Call. This is number 1 here. That's okay. Yep. Right, number 1 here. This next one is number 2, which was the Craftsman, which is this absolute. There, and then finally number 3, which you just seen with that gatefold die. 2 or 3. Let's see who.
I'm going to do it now. So anyone that is just tuning in and wondering what it is that you've potentially just missed out on during our anniversary event, everyone that won a prize in each show that myself or whoever the demonstrator presenter was also went in to win an online craft along with myself. It's going to be how we're going to make it. Now, because of course, all the events that happened with the death of the Queen, it means that we were off air for five live shows in total. So that does mean that I've got 5 spaces left to take part in the craft along. So I suppose dealing with it all, and when I went to her with my idea, and she went, "That's a really lovely idea." So I book, Trish Bing, Michelle Chernecco, and Karen Monaghan. So that's the 3 from Facebook, and the 2 from my Instagram, Jen Weatherly. So what I do need you to do, just for the time being, is if you can email prizes at Just put, obviously, your name. It's more so we've got your email address. If you just put your a winner of Craig's craft along from, of course, Monday Makers, they'll know what you mean, but so that we've got your email address so that we can then, shortly, you can then be added to that exclusive Facebook group. Between us all, what we're going to do.
I do have a question for you. We were just waiting for a winner. Just want to scroll through. When you're going to do your Facebook Live with your Halloween box, that's from Victoria.
Keep an eye on my Facebook for when I am going to do it, because I'm here today, obviously. I Hobby Maker here in the UK on Thursday. Shows on Friday, so and I have to travel down to Hobby Maker on Wednesday. So I am planning on doing it this week, because I probably do it, that's for sure. Just keep an eye out on my Facebook page.
No, anyone coming through as to the winner, but I'm just going to move those out of the way so you can have a look at threading dies that we've had on the show, which are really, really beautiful. Now, I was sort of quite amazed by all sorts of different things. People were saying using lots of sort of thinner ribbons. Actually, one of the samples that we had that variegated ribbon. So these are a really good deal, £46 or $53. Platinum price is £36.80, $42.40. We've actually had a request, some of it cut out. I'm sorry, Craig. Sorry.
Apologies, Aisha. I am so sorry, Aisha. Right.
You gave me such a look then. Oh my goodness.
From my Facebook was Trish Bing, Michelle Chernecco, Karen Monaghan, and then the men, and Aisha Weatherly. Apologies, Aisha, but that.
Great, thank you for that. Still not got a winning card. I mean, I don't know. So I'm going to be back tomorrow because I just can't get rid of me. I've got masterclass with paper piecing, which I'm doing. And Leanne's taking over just after me at 6 o'clock, so she's going to be doing a Totally Tiffany show. Because I'm going to be driving down to Sewing Street because I'm on Sewing Street the next day. So it's. And I'm not surprised because it is this one. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
And it's been really lovely working with you today.
It's been so good working with you. I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm hoping that we get the chance again very, very soon. I'm back here on Friday, as I say, but I'll be popping about on social media. No doubt I'll be popping in as well. So thank you. It's been a lovely day.
And thank you to all of you for sort of persevering with the show. It has been a little bit troublesome. Fingers crossed, we're all going to be having a fantastic day tomorrow and no more gremlins. But thank you very much for joining us, and I will see you tomorrow bright and early for Wake Up Call.